I thought AI making actual premium motion graphics content would take a few more years. But I did it this week. I haven't opened Premiere Pro or After Effects even once to edit these. I actually tried recreating animations from my own video, which my team usually spends hours or days creating. And honestly, I was shocked. So today I'm going to give you a complete tutorial of how you can do that. We will just use Claude. Okay, let's get started. I'm pasting this line in Claude. Create a subscriber growth chart animation. Bars animate in 1 by 1 with a glow effect. Dark background, YouTube red accent color, and I need it in 1280 by 720. That's it. And this is what it created in few seconds. This is a really good animation. If I personally had to create it from scratch, it would take me 30 to 40 minutes in After Effects because there is number counter, just the design of it, glow, text animation. Best part is it gives a real-time preview and I can render it immediately. So let's try to render this comp, and this just took 2-3 seconds compared to, let's say, something like this on After Effects would at least take few minutes. So what you're seeing here are two tools. I gave the prompt in Claude Code, and this tool where we previewed the video is called Remotion. Now let me show you how to set this up because it looks technical but it's very easy. I'll walk you through it step by step. First, download the Claude desktop app. Now to use Claude Code, you need the Pro plan. I'm personally on Max to test everything, but if you're going to make 7 to 8 animations a day, Pro plan is just completely fine. Next, you need to install Node.js, which is basically what lets your computer run JavaScript. Normally, JavaScript only runs inside your browser, but Node.js lets it run anywhere on your machine. And Remotion that we talked about is built on JavaScript. Now to download it, you can just copy paste this Node.js on Google and go to the official website and download it either for Mac or Windows. Once it's done, make sure you install it. Next, Claude on its own can't create animation. It needs a skill to do it, and that skill is called Remotion. Now Remotion turns code into video. Think of it as After Effects, but instead of dragging things around on the timeline, you describe what you want in plain text and it runs JavaScript in the background and renders and creates a video. Now this part can be a little confusing about how to install Remotion, so make sure you pay attention and follow me step by step. Now if you are on your Mac, you need to open your terminal, and if you're on your Windows, you need to type PowerShell. Step 1, paste this on the terminal. This installs the Remotion skill, so Claude actually knows how to write Remotion code properly. Without this, it will still work, but the output will not look good. Step 2, paste this. This creates your project folder. Think of this like creating a project in Premiere. Step 3, enter this. This will let you go into that folder. And step 4, write this. It will install everything the project needs and it will take about a minute to do it. Step 5, paste this in and start Remotion Studio. A browser window opens and that's where you preview your animations in real time. And step 5, open a new second terminal window. Don't close the first one that's running Remotion. Go into the same folder and type this. And step 7, this is different for Windows and Mac. You need to install Claude Code. To do that, run this on your Mac, and on Windows, you need to run this on PowerShell as an administrator. Once you do that, Mac will also ask you to put your password in. Just type it in, you won't see any characters appearing, and that's normal. And step 8, launch Claude Code. That's it, 8 very simple steps. Make sure you follow it step by step. If you get lost at any point, just go to Claude and ask it to help you install it. That's what I personally did since I'm not from coding background. Now once you're done, you need to go to your Claude Code. You can here start a new session. So I just started a new session and I'm typing help me create videos with Remotion. So it will reload the skill. We have everything ready to go, and once that's done, you can start the work. Now if you have finally installed it, make sure you subscribe. 80% of the people who watch this channel regularly do not subscribe, and I've set this very ambitious goal of hitting 500k subscribers by year end, and that will only happen if people like you who actually find this content usable go and subscribe. By the way, the entire animation that you just saw, the screenshot in 3D counter animation, all of that was done using Remotion, and I'll teach you how to do that in just few minutes. Now here is one of the animations in my video. So the words come in one by one. I want to create something like this, which my editor would have taken some time to create, and I want to do this with Remotion with just plain text. So first what I did is I opened a new chat separate from Claude Code. So I started a new chat, and here I added the screenshot of the composition, and I said I want to recreate some of the motion graphics from my video to see how they compare. Here is a scene screenshot. The points come on one by one. I want them in individual layers in the comp so I can adjust the timing, and I want the text to appear word by word smoothly, right? And it created this prompt for me. So I took this and I copy pasted this in Claude Code. Now when Claude is creating the animation, it will ask you to bypass a lot of permissions. Best option is when you're adding the prompt, you can just add to bypass all permissions here, or it will just keep asking you a lot of questions. Now here it has created a second comp, and this is what the animation looks like. So this looks pretty good actually. I think with just some motion background, I think I can use this in my YouTube video. Best part, it has created them in separate layers as I requested, and I can just hide all layers as needed and then export them and add them in my project. Now if you think this is very crazy, wait till you see what we are going to make with Higgsfield later in this video. Next, let's see how I made that screenshot animation quickly. I followed the same process. I uploaded my channel screenshot like this. Now you can see here that I want to animate the screenshot in 3D. Plus I wanted to take the counter from here from 272 subscribers to 500k subscribers. So for that it would have to animate the subscribers plus track it on the screenshot. So similarly, I went to Claude first, asked it for a prompt and then dropped it. Now I initially ran into some permission issues because it was not able to locate the screenshot. But once I gave it access to my desktop folder, it was able to make changes to the screenshot. In the first draft, the 500k subscribers was not aligned. So I asked it to fix that. And once then it created a new composition in Remotion. And this is what it looks like. Now next I wanted to really push it to extreme, and this is the graphic from one of my YouTube videos. So this is complete 3D, and ideally you would need to make this in either After Effects by importing 3D models, or you would need Blender. But I'll try to create something like this, something similar. But now I know that its 3D options are not that good, so I'm not expecting anything crazy, but let's see. Now when I directly asked to Claude Code if it can recreate this, it directly said not really. So I asked it to create a 2D version of it with animated camera. So I got this prompt and I took it and I pasted it in Claude Code, but you need to install the 3D plugin for that. So you can just run this in your terminal, but I was not impressed by the 2D version, so I asked it to make it 3D. I had to install this 3D plugin. You can run this code in the terminal. This gives Remotion access to 3.js, which is a 3D engine that runs in the browser, which means Claude can build 3D shapes from scratch using the code. Now for this one, I had to do some back and forth with Claude to get it right. And it even hallucinated at some point and added some pillars in the background. After the changes, this is the result. Also, just in case if any time Remotion, you can't find Remotion, you can just type here, can you open Remotion Studio in Claude Code, and it will open it for you. And this is what it created for the 3D version. This is really good for 3D explainer videos. I love how the camera is moving in 3D space, plus the timing and animation also looks good. The best part is everything is editable. I can just go back, name the comp, and it will make all the changes instantly. Now this is not going to replace Blender, but for a quick product video or for a quick explainer YouTube video, this is more than enough. And to create something like this in After Effects or Blender will take a lot of time. And if you're working on a project where you have to deliver fast, I think I would prefer to use something like this. Now this was already pretty insane, but Claude can now also generate photos and videos. But before we go there, I want to say that AI video generation already hallucinates text, and it's not really good for text animation, but Remotion fixes that. Remotion is really good for motion graphics, text animations, and in general simple text effects. But I want to still test how good Claude can do. Now again, Claude on its own can't generate videos and photos. We need to use MCP of Higgsfield. MCP stands for Model Context Protocol. In simple terms, it means it's a way to connect Claude to other tools. So instead of going to a website and uploading your stuff there, you can do everything in a single place on Claude. So all you need to do is connect Higgsfield MCP to Claude. To do that, you need to open Claude, go to Settings, then Connector, and click on Add Custom Connector. You can name it Higgsfield, then go to Higgsfield and copy the MCP link from here and then paste it on Claude. That's it. You need to click Connect and sign into your Higgsfield account. Now as you might know, Higgsfield is paid. No good video or photo generation tool is free, but if you're an intermediate editor, I would highly suggest you check this out. So we don't need to use Claude Code now. We can go back to chat. So I just wrote Higgsfield motion graphics generations, and it cross-checked if Higgsfield MCP is connected and explored all the models. And it also showed me all the presets that are available that I can try. First, I used GPT-2 to create this poster, which looks pretty good. Now I want to animate it. So I just said, so sick, just animate it. Higgsfield Claude directly selected the best models which are available and ran it right here, and this is the complete video. That's pretty cool actually. Then I tried it multiple more times. I love how the hair is being animated. I did not give any of this prompt. This is just Claude being creative with the prompting. Then I tried few more styles. Here is a simple one which looks really good. Next, I'm a really big fan of Lollapalooza. I keep going to their concerts, so I wanted to create a poster animation for them. So first I uploaded the reference of what Lollapalooza's style is, and then Claude used GPT 2.0 to generate this poster, which both of them really good. Then I asked it to animate it. I asked it to try two different styles. One is posterized animation and one is paper cut effect. For a single generation, these are really good. It also added relevant music for each. This was my favorite one. To create something like this, we would have to use a template from Envato. Creating graphics like this manually takes a lot of time. So this is pretty epic. Next, I wanted to see if I can go from an idea to a complete final video directly. So I wanted to mix NBA plus Spider-Verse style animation. So I gave this simple prompt. Let's create epic Sony's picture style animation. It starts with a ball, then a player picking it up and then dunking. Let's generate the storyboard first, and then using that we'll generate frames and then go to final video. This is the simple storyboard it generated, which looks pretty good. I made some minor changes to the storyboard. Then I was happy with it and it generated the initial frames which looked really good. Once the initial frames were finalized, I went ahead and created the video, and this is the final output. And fourth, let's see if I can add my image, like my own face, and generate a video. To do that, I uploaded my image, but it was not able to directly access it in Higgsfield. So I went to Higgsfield, uploaded my photo inside the Soul ID feature, which creates a character. Once that was done, this is the first image it created, but I wanted it more comic style and more animated. This looks much better. Once this was done, I asked it to animate it in posterized style. I like the first one, but this one is even better. This one looks like more of an intro to a music video podcast or a music video channel, which looks pretty good. But I love how the drum beats are synced to the music. The sound design is on point. So connecting Claude with Higgsfield can completely open a lot of possibilities. You can literally do anything here. And even if you don't know prompting, it doesn't matter now. If you just know how to type in plain English simple words, then you will be able to create something really good. Now, as we saw Higgsfield connector, there is also something called Adobe connectors. So like we connected Higgsfield to Claude, we can also connect all Adobe tools now. 50 plus tools across Photoshop, Illustrator, Premiere, Lightroom, all accessible from inside of Claude. Setting it up is completely same. You go to Claude and go to connectors, then look for Adobe connectors, and then you will be ready to go. And just like we did, we describe in plain English and it does the work. Here is what you can do with it right now. You can retouch a portrait. For example, I'll drop my headshot and describe the look I want, and it handles the lighting adjustment, background blur. It can also add effects like vignette, etc. Now you can resize a video for any platform inside Claude now. You can upload a horizontal clip, ask it to reformat it for shorts or Instagram reels. And of course, you can design from a template. You can describe your campaign. It pulls up a design options right in front of the confirmation, and you can update text, colors, or even change the background. Claude also connects to Blender now. So if you're doing any 3D work, you can prompt Claude to build and adjust scenes without manually clicking through every menu. Now I'll be very honest with you, especially for Adobe tools, I don't think I'll use Claude right now, because I would rather just go in the software and work on it instead of prompting this. I have been using Premiere and After Effects for 6 years. Opening Photoshop and doing a retouch myself is still much faster, and it gives me more creative control. This is definitely for people who don't know how to use all these tools right now, but this space is changing fast. We are already seeing massive changes in the industry. Personally, I asked my team to already try Remotion and Claude in their workflow, especially for my YouTube video editor. I asked him that he can create these graphics much faster, because he would take 5 to 6 hours doing this. But I think similar graphics, similar good design can be done in few seconds now. Let me know if this is the kind of content you are interested in. Higgsfield also launched plugins in Premiere Pro and After Effects now. Let me know in the comments if you want me to check it out. Don't forget to subscribe.